In a small, lively home lived twin brothers, Sanu and Monu. Though they looked alike, their habits were as different as day and night. One morning, their father Moit announced, "Boys, you have a Hindi test tomorrow and an English project due. I want both done by this evening." Their mother Seema added, "Remember, how you use your time today decides your tomorrow." Sanu, the diligent twin, took their words to heart. He immediately sat down at his study table. He carefully reviewed his Hindi notes, reciting verb conjugations and practicing vocabulary. He knew that consistent effort was the key to success. After a short break, he started his English project. He gathered his materials, sketched out his ideas, and began writing thoughtfully. The house was filled with the quiet scratch of his pen. Meanwhile, Monu couldn't resist the call of his favorite cartoon show. "I'll study later," he mumbled, grabbing the remote. "There's plenty of time." The hours flew by as one cartoon led to another. After lunch, his friends called him out to play cricket. Just one game, he promised himself, but one game turned into many. The sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. But Monu was still on the playground, forgetting all about his test and project. That evening, Moit called the boys. "Show me your work," he said. Sanu proudly presented his completed English project and confidently answered his father's questions about the Hindi syllabus. Moit smiled, pleased with his son's responsibility. Then he turned to Monu. "And you, Monu?" Monu looked down at his feet, his face flushing with embarrassment. He had nothing to show. I was going to do it, but I ran out of time," he stammered. Seema sighed softly. "Time doesn't run out, Monu. We run out of time by not using it wisely. You can't rely on last-minute luck. You have to make your own." Monu spent the rest of the evening in a panic, trying to cram months of lessons into a few hours. He scribbled a messy, rushed project, but his mind was too tired to absorb anything for his Hindi test. He felt a heavy sense of dread as he went to bed. The next day at school, the results spoke for themselves. Sanu walked out of the exam hall with a confident smile, having aced his test. The teacher praised his well-thought-out English project in front of the class. Monu, on the other hand, stared at his test paper, which was covered in red marks. His project was returned with a note, incomplete and poorly done. He received a stern talking to from his teacher and felt the sting of failure. Back home, Moit sat down with a dejected Monu son. "Do you see now?" he asked gently. "Time is the most valuable thing we have." Sanu used it as a tool to build his success. "You treated it like a toy and wasted it. Procrastination is the thief of progress. Every minute you postpone a task is a minute you lose for growth and achievement. Life doesn't wait for you to be ready." Tears welled up in Manu's eyes. He finally understood the heavy price of his carelessness. He saw the pride in his parents' eyes when they looked at Sanu and felt a deep desire to earn that same pride. He looked at his father and said with newfound determination, "You're right, Dad. I've been lazy and foolish. From this day forward, I promise I will value my time. I will work hard and make you and Mum proud. And he did. Monu learned that success wasn't about being the smartest, but about being the most disciplined with one's time. He started managing his days, balancing his studies and play, and discovered the joy of accomplishment. Thanks for watching our story. We hope it inspired you. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Learn motivated stories for more content that helps you grow. See you next time.